All right, this is Victoria's Flourish. This video will be about my experience in TBC stroke SBC as the Billion Coin and Simply Billions community. All right, before I start, I would like to give a brief background about myself. I'll start from where I'm from Imo State, Nigeria. Okay, a town called Mbise. I attended University of Calabar, and I'm still running my master's in University of East London. I also have other educational certificates. My first CEO is, I should say is right, because he's still there. He's a billionaire, Mr. Tony Elumi. If you're in Nigeria, you should know him. If you are not in Nigeria, you can Google him. He's a very successful businessman. He interviewed me himself in 2021, okay, when I wrote for bank tests. That time strictly on merit, and I was among those that were employed. It was Standard Trust Bank then, but today it is called United Bank for Africa. And my second CEO in 2006 to 2010 is Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. We all know him. He's a big pastor in Nigeria, and he's the president of the Universal Law Board. I worked as a marketing manager for the whole of Nigeria. I was doing so well. In fact, when they made me the head of the unit, the unit was owing so much, it was owing so much. God gave me an idea. I executed the idea, and from debt, I was able to cover the debt and raised over 10 million to begin the unit. People were surprised. They wanted to know how I did it. That was as at 2007, 2008. So I was invited for the big promotion by Pastor Chris himself, But I didn't know that even in church there are politics. So that's a story for that day. Then in 2011, I actually started in 2010, but I didn't know what online was all about. I always like to browse, but I didn't know I could make money online until 2010 to 11, when I followed one man of God to mountain in Ibadan. This man of God doesn't even, in fact, let me say he's an illiterate. He doesn't know anything about internet. He doesn't know anything, but he spoke to me. He said, "The Lord opened the door for you on the internet." That was what he said. And in 2011, I started my online business, internet business. I started making money, Then I became an exchange. Like, I was one of those that was exchanging money online. Liberty Reserve, Perfect Money, Trust, something Trust. Yeah, we are using it to exchange. Then I think in 2012 to 13, Obama seized the company that I was actually exchanging through, seized their Liberty Reserve, and it affected us greatly. So along the I started Victoria's Flourish Cooperative Multipurpose Society in 2013, registered it, and we started with 10 members, and the secretary, Madam Benita Chicken, you know, we just started it uh, with how would I call it? Uh, in fact, with a blessed seed, the way the money came. If I say it, most people may not be, but that's the truth. That's just the truth. Because while I found out I'm, I'm actually called to be an entrepreneur, work for myself and work for God, So I was asking the Holy Spirit, uh, next level for myself, and he directed me to this cooperative. Meanwhile, while in the university, I didn't study cooperative in university. I just did it for 1 year course in university. I didn't know that I was using it. So I still believe that it was a divine call. So at least I had knowledge of what cooperative societies are. So in that same 2012, 13, I met a white man. His name is Joe. He's from Iowa, in the United States. He trusted me so much that he made me the chief distributor of his products. It's a fuel product. So I named it Fuel Energy. I registered it in Nigeria, and I went to Ghana, okay, to also register it. To register it, it's registered in Ghana, it's registered in Nigeria, it's also registered in South Africa. So when I got to Ghana, he sent me a product worth $100,000. And that product was misused, kind of, because we started selling on credit and people didn't really pay back. So it was a sad experience. So I got another distributor here in South Africa, and I came with some of the products. I didn't know, but when I entered South Africa, I met this other distributor in South Africa online uh, through someone that so I came in, to send the product myself. And when I entered, I couldn't do a lot because I needed to get my papers, if you know. So this guy, like an uncle, him and his wife, they received, took me as their, and they registered the for energy there. And we are marketing, but gradually we are coming up until one day I received a call on Skype, a white man. I saw his face on video. He called me, said, I saw your product online. I'm interested. I'd like to invest. I said, okay, really? He said, yes, I want to invest up to $1 million. I said, wow. He said, but on one condition. I said, what was the condition? He said so many things. It has to do with the dark room. I'm a child of light, so don't have business with darkness. So I categorically told him, no, I'm not interested. So my uncle heard it. I call him uncle. We were in an open office, so he came to my space and he wanted to know what's going on. He had $1 million investment. He said, Choma, what's going on? That's what he calls. My name is Choma. I said, is this white man? He saw him. He called him. He said, he's here, that he is my assistant. If I'm not willing to accept what he's saying, that he's here to accept. So the white man said, no, we need Victoria, not you. So the white man then said, we are ready to invest up to $3 million if Victoria can do what we're asking. Well, that's another story. I don't want to go into that story. However, I turned the offer down. So because I turned the offer down, my uncle told me that I wouldn't stay in his house again. I was staying for free. We were like a family, So in fact, you remember when God sent the raven to feed, is it Elijah or Elisha? That was what to me. God, they were really my angel. So when he said he was sending me, I said, where is sending me to? Who do I? Eventually, he sent me out. And the wife warned him not to send me out. The wife runs a church. She was not around then. She went to Cape Town. When she heard it, she called her husband. She called me when it was late. So I was chased out. God led me to a pastor's wife, church I was attending. I told her that she said, okay, we'll arrange, you'll be staying in church, but the pastor will not know, so that nobody will know that you stay here. I don't want anything to happen to you. It was a big church, but the location is bad. So she gave me her office key, and she said, you can sleep. I chose to sleep on the altar. So I slept on the altar for close to 1 month until somebody I helped in Nigeria, South Africa. I don't know. She just called me. She said, Choma, where are you? And she behaves like a Nigerian. I said, I'm in Joburg, like in France. She said, okay, I just got accommodation. I need somebody to share with me. In fact, that was how she came, picked me up. I went to stay with her. I didn't stay with her for I stayed like 3 weeks. That was a miracle. God provided for me. I got my own place, but I didn't have foam like to sleep. I was sleeping on the floor and cold. That was during that. Oh God, it was not easy. So fast forward to when I came to know TBC. Okay, I'm talking about experience with TBC. So having been chased out, I didn't really have anything, sleeping on the floor. So I didn't even have money for data internet. So I was completely offline. But this day was my birthday. My brother called me from US. My brother is one of the big boss in the States. So I disturb him a lot, but for some reasons I just decided to disturb God. Yeah. But during this period, just praying. And he called me and said, this one I've not heard from you. How are you doing? I said, you won't believe it. I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm not feeling well. So why didn't you call me? So he sent me money that day, and I was able to buy foam, that's mattress. What do you call it? Foam to sleep. Then I got myself data. Data suits me because I like working on it. So data and lights, I don't play it. I can stay hungry. I want Wi-Fi 24 hours. You understand? So I got data, and the moment I loaded my data, my online tutor, Mr. Ade Shokoya, something like that, he called me, said, oh, where have you been? I've been trying to reach you. Why did you go offline? No time for long story. I said, what is it? He said, haven't you heard TBC? He was the first person that told me about TBC. So I didn't have money. So I just registered and I was able to buy like $100 worth. And I started reselling for him. When I resell, he pay me commission in coins because I wanted the coins, not the money, And that was how I started TBC. And that same year, I also joined another platform called CMDS. Okay. Today it's called Data Bank. So I also joined that platform, but I didn't promote CMDS. I was promoting TBC. The CMDS was just by the corner. Okay, so one of the days I went uh, I went to check my email. I went to check my email in that cafe, right? I didn't have laptop there. And so I saw this South African. He was just looking at my system. It's like, I know this thing. Do you know it? Meanwhile, where I opened, when you are just trying to browse, I just opened what I don't even know. So it was a trading platform. I don't know anything about trading. So he said, yes, I'm trading with these people. Do you know how to trade very well? Can you teach me? I said, yes, I know how to trade. I can teach you. By then, I've learned a little bit about TBC. So I wanted to teach him TBC. So he said, can you follow me to my office? I was not scared because this is not Nigeria. If it's in Nigeria, you're scared of if it's what I mean. I followed him to his office and he said, can you show me? I said, before I show you, there's a better one that can make you even more money. He said, really? I said, yes. I started telling him about TBC. There and then, he bought TBC worth around $30,000 thereabouts. Okay, that was more than 1 billion naira, 2 million naira. So then I didn't believe cash. I was looking. That was how I got my first breakthrough in TBC. And then I strategized. Okay. I now bought more TBC and I started selling. Some of you know how I bought 5 cars, you know, almost at the same time TBC. I started my car business here in South Africa with TBC. So TBC really blessed me 2016, 2017. Then we started our online store, Flourish stores, to promote TBC because I was so passionate. I wanted to promote TBC. So I thought of getting an online store and we started it and it was really going down, you know, until uh, one day we were having a live meeting when admin showed up at the live. I was so excited. I, I really respect and love our admin. You A lot of you know that. I was so excited. So admin now sent a message, said um, there's a surprise coming up. You know. So he talked about that surprise first on that live show. So the surprise was the $10 monthly fee and I think bounty. So um, when he introduced this admin fee, a lot of the members were not happy about it, you know. So they started backing out one after the other. Eventually, everybody out. So who will do it without members? The leader, you don't have members. So I was just silent. I became silent in the community, not active. But I was just there. I didn't go in. I was just there. But not active. You understand? Then in 2022, I think last year, yeah, last year, one of my brothers, I think Mr. Optimistic, contacted me and said, Madam, jump in. There's a big thing launching. It's called Kill Off. You know, he educated me on it. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I quickly activated my account. Of course, I activated my account for 2 years, okay, because um, I checked the whole thing. I was like, I'm ready to push and bring back all my people, including those that are there. So to do that, I called for a Saturday weekly live, okay, with Mr. Optimistic and Mr. Gossin. First of all, I approached Mr. Mbe. Then he said he didn't have time. He was very busy in the community. So I said, okay, I approached Mr. Optimistic and Mr. Augustine. Augustine actually told me that I'm going to pay him for it because he doesn't play with his time. I was like, wow, okay. I was ready to pay him, you know, but I think when 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 we started and I offered to pay, he didn't accept. I'm sure Mr. Optimistic must have told him that how can you want her to pay you as if she's the owner of the community? She's just trying to push, So we started that live show, and that live show continued until around a certain time. Mr. Augustine came to me and told me congratulations that uh, he has convinced me to make me South African ambassador. I said, really convinced admin. How? He said, admin trust him. Admin doesn't trust me. So he has to convince him. So because of him, I smiled. I didn't say much. You know, I'm like, okay, no problem. Because I know that at least I joined the community before Augustine. So I started working with that before Augustine. So for Augustine to tell me that they didn't trust me, I don't understand where that was coming from. They didn't trust me as I don't understand. So but I didn't go for that. Then he came back again and he's like, uh, admin said, Victoria, we have to report to Augustine for all activities. People when know me don't say that kind of language there. That is, they enter me. Don't come around me with such language, except you want trouble, you know. I sparked. I was very angry. I said, please go back and tell your admin that I'm not interested in the ambassadorship. I will not report to you. What do you mean? Kai, is it because we are in this community together? What's the meaning of this? Please, don't come to me with such rubbish again. I don't want to hear that. If admin, did I ask you for ambassador? What is ambassador? I'm here to help humanity. You're talking about I should report to you for what? I'm already a UN peace ambassador. That is enough for me. So if you're making me your good guy, you're telling me I should. So he doesn't trust me and he wants to make me ambassador. Who does that? Please go and tell him that I'm not interested. So he didn't come back. He didn't come back. So to my own surprise, I saw that I was the ambassador. Actually, I didn't know that I can be an ambassador in a country that I'm not from. Honestly, I didn't. Okay, I was ready to work with anybody. I'm not interested in titles. What I'm interested in is to how do we push this thing so that people can come out of poverty. You know, whether I'm in forefront or whatever, I will still find my way in the front. I don't know, it's a grace. So nobody can take that out from me. So I appointed, and along the line, uh, admin sends money for good bill. You know, he sent the BNB. Okay, some of the people that worked with me, you know how we struggled with the first payments. We really struggled. So I called my team, told them this was the struggle. So based on that struggle, the remaining money in BNB, I moved it to KLOF. KLOF is still our own cryptocurrency. So it's better it's there in KLOF till when we are ready for it. Okay. So, but I didn't know that we need the money the next day. I didn't know. Okay, because after paying for all we need to pay for, we still needed the money. So now I already put it in KLOF. KLOF started going. I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I had to contact Augustine because I know that Augustine is very good with crypto, especially analyzing KLOF. He works very good with that. So I contacted, I said, Augustine, see what I did. The money is not in the remaining money now that we need is not in BNB. I think about $1,000 or so is in K-Love, and that K-Love has gone down. I don't know what to do. You know. Actually, my husband gave me some money for his business office space. Okay, it was in my account. I wanted to use that money, pending when K-Love reminds. But with the experience, I have learned not to use uh, somebody's money. Of course, it's my husband, money is my own too, but I needed to tell him. And if I tell him, he may not agree. So I I said, no, let me see if there's anything Augustine will tell me. So instead of Augustine to advise me what to do, he say, hey, you mean you money they gave you for goodwill, you're using it to trade. I'm going to report you to admin. Jesus. I was like, what's wrong with you? What's the meaning of this? He said, I'm going to report you to admin. That was how Augustine banged. That is, he didn't respond to me again. He went straight and he reported me to admin. Somebody working very close to him, with him, told me actually he reported me to admin. And I'm like, wow, really? Now, I found it very funny. Okay. But I said, anyway, so admin will call me now to ask me why. Admin is the creator of K-Love. So admin knows admin, I sent him my K-Love wallet, MetaMask wallet. So he knows my wallet. Okay. So he knows whether I'm trading with the money or not. Okay. So I'm like, I say admin is seeing that there is still the K-Love there. So until he calls me. So we started planning. I just neglected him, and we we finished our fantastic goodwill. Very fantastic. It was stressful, very, very fantastic. At the end of the day, my husband allowed me to use part of the money, because Caleb stayed in my rights. Even when we had to use the money, okay, because we started our tour going from city to city, province to province. Caleb then right, so we had to use it like that. We lost some, and I had to complete from my own pocket. You understand? But in all these things, when we finished our goodwill, I tried to send report to admin. The admin did not respond to me. He was not responding to me. He became very hostile, very strict. In fact, one of the reports I sent to the ambassador's room, admin actually thought I sent him directly. So he sent me a very hostile message, like, why are you sending it to me? Send it to the, as in, disrespectful way. Admin preaches respect, but he chooses those he wants to respect. He doesn't respect everybody like he preaches. He was so disrespectful. I felt so bad. When he realized that it wasn't even him that I sent the message to, it was in the group room. He quickly deleted it. I had seen it and I smiled. So I still ignored, and I reached out to him several times, trying to, you just finished a goodwill. You want to report back to the person that sent you, and he was not communicating. I tried. It was very painful. I called CJ and I'm like, admin is not responding. What's the problem? Is it because Austin reported me? CJ said he's very busy. Then when we go for mass adoption, he shares his screen. We see that he's active on chats. Those he's communicating with. He's very busy. He doesn't want to respond to me. Okay. I complained to Madam, give him Madam, say, don't talk to you, don't worry, he's busy. I said, but why we, what did I do? Even if somebody reported me, shouldn't he call me and ask me what happened? Well, I left it, and I didn't say anything. So when we wanted to start talk, I sent him some of the, he didn't respond. Okay. During our talks, we went through a whole lot of stress. We took a whole lot of risk. The major risk we took was one early morning, 2 a.m. We were stranded in Joburg town. Ah, Joburg town, stranded, 2 a.m. It's only our angels that could have protected us that early hour. Thank God my husband's phone was on because he doesn't leave his phone on, you know. I don't know. His phone was just on. Maybe because he knows that, I'll be on my way. So I called him. I said, we are in Joburg, we are standing. He said, what? Joburg town? Hey, where are you? I told him, entered room. That's early hours. He also took risk himself before I was there. And, and other things that happened, which I only told Madam Given, some personal health, matters that happened, some things that if if ear hears, they will cry with me, you know. But I say, well, part of the sacrifices. But of all the sacrifices, the person that is the founder of he put yourself in my shoes. He never cared. He never responded to me. He never bothered how we did it. From the report of the good way, I told my husband, I said, why don't you just stay? Don't do anything. Just relax and watch. Probably want to give the ambassador to somebody. I say, who cares? I don't care about ambassador. I will still be doing what I will be doing. I can do my own profession without a title. I don't need title to promote. I just want this to work. So my husband comforted. And as I started again, I was ready to keep going for seminars if Madam Giving can bear witness, but I was still ready to do. So until my doctor advised that I should rest, rest. So I decided to rest. And while I'm resting, I want to partake in whatever is going on in the community, whatever they say we should do, I'll do and all that. Okay. So I was still very active. I have close to 15 rooms for TBC and a Telegram too. Then Facebook. Yeah. So I was still active promoting my Pringles TBC until Mr. Yomi. Mr. Yomi happened to be my Krengo cash sponsor. He's not the one that introduced me to TBC, but he's my sponsor in Krengo cash. So I forced him to come back to the community. He's a crypto guru per se. He's been teaching me about things in crypto. So when I forced him to come back, he also tried to get other people in. He has done very well himself. I will feature him for him to educate us about liquidity pool and some other things that we need to know. So he called me and he's like, Madam Flourish, you know that you are the one I'm going to come after. You are the one that came with your sweet mouth, to come and sweet tongue me to join back what he knows that. In fact, my own case with him is that because at the end of the day, he was very angry. Okay. And I removed him from some of the TBC rooms because he started posting things that I didn't like. So one of these days, he started in one of the rooms that had the leaders, like CJ was there and other top leaders. So he wanted to start what he was doing in order. I told him, I say, you know me, I will remove you. I know they look face. The thing is that I know they fear anybody. Okay. I know one. I know one. No. So as far as I'm convinced in my spirit to do that, I'll do it. So if you disturb in this room, I will remove you. He called me privately. Like, so I know your place, So if you remove me there, you know go like am. I said then respect yourself. We were actually uh, quarreling in the room, when I now blocked the room so that he talk again. I now sent to my private. I said, please respect yourself. We know that a lot of things have gone wrong. Please respect yourself. It's okay. Open the talk again. So meanwhile, while we were talking, he started telling me some things. What he told me before I convinced him to join back, he started telling me again. I will invite him to talk about these things. I'm still there. So he said, open your eyes. Open your eyes. So I'm like, okay. He was like, first of all, the exchange. People were forced to move their money from MetaMask to the exchange. At the end of the day, the exchange lost people money are there and nothing is going, nothing is happening, and everybody kept quiet. He said, secondly, the staking. People were asked to stake and everybody stake and nobody is talking about it. Thirdly, the match that was given. We were supposed to be collecting match. It's blocked. Fourthly, the bounty that is encouraging some people that are recruiting was blocked. Nobody is talking about it. And now they are telling us that until the coin gets to 4,000. He said, do you really know how these things work? I said, no, I don't. It's okay. I will educate you for free. He started educating. I was grabbing it little by little until, somebody sends a message in my room, in the room where the leaders are. And I blasted the guy. And I told him, I said, you think I'm one of these leaders that are cowards or they are afraid to talk? They cannot talk to admin, so the admin will not block their account or stop paying them. No, no, no. You can't try that with me. Okay? No, I'm not, I'm a freelancer. Okay? I choose to do what I'm doing. Nobody is paying me. I pay myself. Some time ago, somebody reported somebody to admin that the person was promoting another business, in the ambassador's room where admin is. Yeah, I left that yesterday. Sorry. So somebody was like, I reported the person to admin. So admin didn't say anything. All of a sudden, Austin, as his busybody, eye servicer, and also a coward. He is. Augustine is a coward. He does eye service. He think he can use eye service to get millions from admin or make admin to open the trade for him. So he keep manipulating the trade. That's why he does some of the things he does. So every other person was in that room, including CJ. Nobody said anything. All of a sudden, he was like, very soon they are fishing them out. This particular Augustine is a slave to government. He works with the government. They pay him, the highest they can pay him, maybe 300,000 that I can make in 2 weeks or even in a week. That's what they pay him in a month. Okay. And he was like, they are fishing them out now. very soon. I took the discussion up. And I'm like, look at you. Think it's easy to be an entrepreneur. Can you stop working for 1 week and see if you can survive? Somebody is trying to survive and you're saying they will feed them. How do you want him to survive? You know, how do you want him to survive? Every other person is here. Nobody spoke. It's only you, because you are the only admin picking. Meanwhile, you are the one that will spoil admin the most. You know. So I dropped that message in that room, and I was waiting for him. Thank God he didn't respond to me. Okay, I said, allow somebody. As far as business is legit, let him do. He's an entrepreneur, and you work for the government. You are enslaving yourself in the same government you're criticizing. Why didn't you resign to be a full-time uh, uh, worker with admin? If you so much love admin, why would you be enslaving yourself with government and you're coming to tell us another thing? The same government you're condemning is the same government you work for. Resign now. Let's see if you can survive. I think it's everybody that can survive being an entrepreneur. I was very angry, with him. And that was how I blasted that guy in that room. And I sent a voice message. Some people are scared to send voice messages because, of course, they will forward your voice messages to whoever they want to forward to. I'm not scared. You hear my voice. That is my voice. Very unique and special. Anywhere you hear, you know that this is Madam Flourish. You don't need to ask, is this Madam Flourish? So I used the voice message, blasted the person. I said, I don't care. I'm not like other leaders, and I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid to say the truth at any point in time. Doesn't matter who is involved. So that's my message was forwarded to some team members. Apparently, admin has been doing something with, and they have been looking for who to approach to talk about it. And they forwarded my message to the people, and the people were like, and the guy that forwarded my message said, you can work with this lady, she's fearless. Whatever you have to say to the community, this lady will help you to echo it. She will not hide it. She will give you her platform to talk about it. And the lady called me and she said, I've been following you for a long time. You are so passionate about TBC and you love admin so much. So I didn't know how to approach you until I received this your message. It looks like you are fearless. It looks like you are for humanity, in purity of heart, not eye service. I said, yes. He said, I have a story. I want the whole community to hear. So this will be the part 1 of my experience in TBC. Part 2 will be, the introduction of who these people are. According to her, she wants to appear alone now. Then subsequently, she will bring in her team. They want to tell us exactly what happened with King of GGR and the subsequent introduction or sudden introduction of K Love G. Okay, it was K Love G before Joy G. So you not be hearing directly from me, you'll be hearing directly from the team. Okay, so stay tuned, stay glued in this channel. Make sure you subscribe. I'm not going to share any of the videos. Once you subscribe, click on the bell notification. Whenever you see the video, click and watch. Okay, we are not here to say do this or don't do this. We just want to tell the community what happened. The community need to know what happened, okay? Because TBC admin was supposed to tell us what happened, not suddenly created Joy G and told us that he was saving the community. And we are seeing him like a hero, okay? But then somebody coming up and telling me a different thing with proof. I won't keep quiet. Hmm? I want to be like pilots, conscious pilots. He told the people, I didn't see any faults in this man. However, do what you want to do. So what my video will be all about is hear from the horse's mouth, do what you want to do. Okay? I'm still here. My account is still running. Okay? I paid for 2 years. So my account is still there. But then do what you choose to do. Don't say Victoria said you should do or Victoria said you should do. I'll be inviting my guests, but our first guest will be uh, Mr. Yogi to educate us on some vital things we need to know about crypto. Okay, I'll stop this video here for now. I know it's a bit long, but I hope you grab something. All right, join me in part 2. God bless you.